Kwete Mantawa. Mantawa, he come to town. Mfana ngupinda baskiri. Just
I know Akira.
Yeah. Okay, Albert, what's up, man? What's good? How are you?
What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm fine. You know, this is like my third time in Mutare.
Oh, okay.
And I've never been here. This cold, you know? Like it's so cold, like, you know, I'm like, my God, like I just don't get back.
Mutare is extremely cold at times. You need to understand the way that sometimes you come out in your jackies, by the time you get into town, it's hot.
It's hot.
Extremely hot. But then all right. You also do Glam Awards?
Yes.
What are those about?
I am the acting president of the Glamour Awards Zimbabwe. I'm the founder, but what we're trying to do as the team, because I got a big team that works on the Glamour Awards. Let me first of all explain what the Glamour Awards are about. The Glamour Awards is the biggest youth award show in Africa. If you look at the award shows that are there, especially in Zimbabwe, they only focus, you know, they put more focus on seasoned artists. You know, they be like, this person has done this song, they've so many awards, they've achieved this much, and they put them on the stage and they continue giving them awards. So, you know, in 2016 we were sitting, I started at MSU, and I was like, you know what, we must start an award show that only looks at people that people don't know. You understand? Because I know like people who are big in Zimbabwe, like they got massive talent, but they don't have a platform to show for it. So, you know, me and a couple of friends of mine, a couple of brands, shout out to Edgar's, they were the first, we came on board and we decided to do the Midland State University Glamour Awards. That was for the first time in 2016. And you know, the response that we got from people, it was so overwhelming that we actually got response from other corporates. They were like, yo, you gotta do this show for everyone. You can't segregate people by doing the show at MSU only. So basically the MSU, the Glamour Awards Zimbabwe are a youth award show that is more focused on young people rather than people who are already seasoned in the industry.
So there's not sort of like an age group?
There is an age group. Now, a lot of people confuse a lot of things when it comes to the Glamour Awards because they don't understand, because they can see an honorary award. Say Alec Machis is getting honorary award. They'll be like, but we have an age restriction that says 16 to 29 are the only people. But what you must understand about the Glamour Awards is we have 4 honorary awards that are not age restricted. These people serve as icons, whether it's in the acting industry, whether the music industry, and each year when the Glamour Awards are held, we give out 4 honorary awards. And these awards does not have age restrictions, but any other award that is there at the Glamour Awards is age restriction of 16 to 29.
Okay, that's super dope.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the film. Let's focus on acting. Was Wadiwa Wepamoyo your first acting role?
No. It was not my first acting role. Actually, I've worked with the director of Wadiwa Wepamoyo before. His name is Debbie Better. In college, he's directed me in a few things. I've actually doubled down in a few adverts and so. But Wadiwa Wepamoyo was like my first big role. And you know, when I was called to the role, I was like,
you might just end the rest of your career as a villain.
You know, I got the script right because I got a call from Debbie. It's like, yo, I got this part for you, man. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm excited. When I read the script, I was like, are you sure about this? I'm like, yeah, man, you're the perfect guy to add this. So I'm like, no, it's fine. So what happened on Wadiwa Wepamoyo is they filmed the whole project without me. So when they were trying to find a suitable character that can suit the best. So they had auditions, you know, they had this and that, but they just couldn't find the person who has the right arrogance. They would piss people off. So
Somebody, this boy was born for this role.
You know, so I got a call from Dave. He's like, yo, you know, I got this role for you, man. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, I don't want to be acting, right? I was like, no, this is the perfect for you. So I got the script and I'm reading the script at home. I'm like, bro, are you sure about this?
So wait, this is what happened. I think this is what happened. Yeah. Debbie was like, okay, let me look for, amongst my friends, people that I've worked with, who's arrogant.
Who's got like
this says you're arrogant in real life.
Nah, you know, I can say I'm arrogant in real life. In real life, I'm actually a very nice person. You know, I meet these people. And people will be like, yo, but bro, you're so cool. I'm like, I was just tipping into the character.
This is that phrase, the rehearsed phrase where you say, I'm nice. I'm a nice person.
You're actually very arrogant. You know, one thing I like about the character of Tendai, Wadiwa Wepamoyo, was, you know, the emotion that it invoked in Zimbabweans. You know, like anyone who was worldwide watched the show, they were like, "Bruh, why are you doing this?" You know, and every time they see me on screen, you know, I always receive messages. You know, I almost picked up the TV and slammed it down. You know, like you're a very terrible person. I'm like, no. Tendai is a terrible person.
So when you're in the street, when you walk nowadays, do people relate to you as Albert Chigiya, or they relate to you as Tendai? Like, you know, do they what emotion do they see you as a good actor, or they see you as that person they hate in the flick?
Bruh, I think the one thing that we need to address in Zimbabwe is to separate a character from a person. Because, you know, when people, I was at this food court once in Harare, you know, I'm like, let me get my food on, and these two guys came up to me, and they're like, you face your daughter to I'm like, bro, what's up? They're like, want to beat you up because you don't treat her to my face. You get us, niggas, what's on my paper? Yes. I'm like, bro, but I was just acting. You know? So this happened, you know, way before lockdown. Because I was with my friends again at this other chiller place, you know, we're chilling. This other guys came to me, and then he spilled his drink on my lap. Yes. You know, and I was like, no. You know what? Your character teaches us. I'm like, no. You know, when I got the character, I actually thought it was meant to inspire. Yeah. You understand? I actually thought that character was meant to, you know, make people want to work hard. Because there's no such thing that is boring as getting your girl taken by someone who's a guy.
So now that everybody treats you like a villain, do you think you can act as the good guy in a flick?
I can, but I don't know if I can convince people now, because, you know, they'll be like, this guy should get, you know, I once received
his bad boy.
You know, I turned it down. It was from Zanzibar, and in South Africa. You know, I was reading the stuff. You know, I have a strict policy in my acting. You know, some of the things that I do is I do not want you know, to take off my clothes, you know, on TV, because, you know, I believe that, you know, I'm a future father. You know, there's just some things that little girls
I do anything for money.
No, that I would do, because, you know, they didn't understand that, because, you know, I have no problem with some of the things. You know, I can take off my shirt, you know, take off, but I cannot go like full note, you know. That's why I turned down the role. But it was a very nice role. It was a villain role. So, you know, I keep getting these villain roles. I'm like, yo, bro, I can actually play a nice guy. And they're like, nah, you know, we got this nice role for you. And I'm like, yo, the whole world's gonna hate me if we continue, because, you know, Netflix one day is just gonna come and be like, yo, we want to play
we want a nice, you know, we want a good villain.
You know,
so what do you think now? Do you think that the industry, the film industry in Zim is at a good place, or what do you think needs to be done for us to take it to the international crowd?
Yeah. Do you know what I think? The first thing, bro, is there is no industry, film industry in Zimbabwe.
There's no industry, okay.
There's just, you know, a couple of guys, you know, they're trying to change the game. There's no industry. Reason being, what I think from my own perspective, in Zimbabwe, the problems will lie both with the producers or the corporates. You understand? Okay. An entertainment industry is based on two fundamentals. It's the producers and the corporates. You understand? Imagine if there was no YouTube or Apple, you would not know where to. Imagine there was no Diamond FM. Where would your music be played? You understand? So I think the corporates of Zimbabwe are sleeping too much on these productions. You understand? Because these are you know, Wadiwa Wepamoyo was trending every week. You understand? It was on. I remember when we released the last 3 episodes, it was number 1, 2, 3. You know, the last 3 episodes. That's something that, you know, if it was in another country, people will run to you, you know, and the people will come and say, yeah. But I think that we're still sleeping. We're still not yet awake to this thing, and we still don't realize that the entertainment industry is like $1 trillion industry, and it can revolutionize a lot of things. So I think we need to pay more attention to the raw talent that is there, rather than judging it by the things of the past, to say, you know, so, you know, there's no acting industry, you know, if you see equipment you'll be shocked, because, you know, it's like guys who took what they had and turned it into extraordinary. You understand? So I think that there is no industry right now. What we need to do is to come together, the producers and the corporates, we sit together, we cohese and make something that is beneficial to both parties, in order for us to say, you know what, now we have an industry. Because right now, none of us can say we're going to the Tony Awards or the Emmy Awards. South Africa, they always get Emmy Awards. The River was nominated for an Emmy Award. But in Zimbabwe, we don't have a production that is yet nominated, a film production, for that of international award. And that shows you that there's something wrong with the industry when it's like that. So that's what I think. I think that we, as the people, has to sit down.
There needs to be the industry.
There need to be an industry for us to say, this is what's going to happen, the budget is going to this. We need to have an industry first, not just a group of people making films, doing this and that. We need to have an industry that is solely dedicated to film and action.
Man, super awesome, and of course informative right there. What to expect next? First things first, I know everybody wants to know what happens with Tendai. What happens with Tendai? Do you remain with the girl?
Okay, if I say that, they will fire me. But what I can promise you is season 2 is hard.
Okay.
Like, it's like literal on
When
fire.
is it most likely to come out? Any idea?
You know, the problem is with this lockdown thing.
Okay.
And some of the actors, if you know the main actor, Everson K. Chiesa, he plays Matao, he's not in the country, and we have to shoot parts of it without him. And then, but this time, the directors want us to shoot. As I said last time, it was shot. I was not there, and then I had to shoot some of the scenes myself. They had to edit. But this time, we have to complete that feel. We want to complete the feel that what. Albert is there, Tad is there, Kimberly is there. We want to create something that is epic. You understand? But I read the script. I can tell you, because people were saying that on episode 10.
Do you think there's gonna be new characters in season 2? Is there gonna be new characters?
From what I heard, what I'm allowed to say is what the directors are going to focus is on character development. Because, for example, you don't know where Beko lives. You don't know his parents. You don't know where Tendai comes from. You don't know if he borrows the car or the clothes or anything. You don't know what happened when Mantawa stepped in that house and he ran away. You don't know what happened before that. So, but I think that definitely some 1 or 2 characters are gonna come along, because you don't want to dilute the whole thing, because like the whole country is now glued on a small family that's like doing all these things. So you don't want to dilute it by putting like other people. But I'm sure that there's gonna be 1 or 2 characters that are gonna come into play, and that's it.